Hi everyone, I just wanted to come in here quickly and say congratulations for participating in short story contest because the last day for submission, I think it just rolled by June 30th. So yeah, if you participated, well done, congratulations. Even if you don't get what you wanted or anything, it's still such an amazing feat that you were able to do it. So yeah, congrats and bye.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Mathemata. If you're new here, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and let's get right into this. Don't mind the hair right now, it's drying off. But that said, I started the Greenlight series. I already have one video up on so I already have one video up on Spells from Hell. It's out now. So this one is going to be When Hassie Whistles. This is the second story in the Greenlight series, and yeah, the way I do this, I talk about the plot, I talk about the characters, I talk about my likes and my dislikes, theory time, then I give it a rating, and then my final thoughts. So yeah, going right into this, When Hassie Whistles, the plot is about the main character follows this main character girl called Hella, and it's set, I think, in Paraguay. It's set in Paraguay, and it's basically about how her friend disappeared. It's set in this, it has major like folklore influences. So there's this, like, I want to say a spirit called Hasi Hatere, which is it's kind of a story about this spirit that kind of takes children. It's used to like it's just kind of like warn naughty children to, like, go to bed, sleep at the time you're supposed to, but then it's kind of showing that, okay, maybe this person or this spirit entity kind of exists. So her friend goes missing, and it's kind of accredited to this Hasi Hatere character. So, and that's how it is, kind of. So yeah, that's how it starts, and it's very interesting. So for characters, we're just going to talk about Hella. So Hella, I kind of really like her character so far. She's like a really loyal friend, a really good person, very quick thinking, but all her actions, I kind of very much relate to them. So for the most part, Hella is really good. I'm fine with Hella right now. So to what I like now. So the first thing I like is about the time and date inclusion on this webtoon. The first thing that you see here is you see where this place is set up in, and you see the date. I think it was 1980, I believe that it was. So it's 1980, they put the date there. And honestly, most webtoons don't do that. Most webtoons, they try not to like date their webtoon, I think. So they'll put, like, let's say 19XX, to like not to date their webtoons and to not like put like a timer on it, which makes sense. There's nothing bad in doing that. But when I saw this webtoon do that, it just felt like such a power move. I don't know why, but I'm really into it. I like how they put a set date for it, because most webtoons don't do that. Most times you can say, okay, this is probably, you can kind of gauge, this is probably set in modern times by what is, happening, what they're wearing, what technology is out, blah blah. Other times you could be like, nah, okay, this is probably set in 19 somethings. Other times you could be like, yeah, okay, this is very this can be accredited to a certain era that you probably know. But most of the time they don't put a date. So seeing that date, it just felt like such a power move right at the beginning. It was, wow, it was impactful. The next thing is the art. The art is really pretty. I have no complaints about the art. It's really pretty. The color choices were really nice. I loved seeing how, just the different like cultural things. I thought that was so interesting and really, really, really pretty. The third thing is that I love seeing a narrative from Paraguay. Like, I'm really interested in it. I don't see narratives like that really often. I don't think I've ever seen one narrative like that. Yeah, so I'm just really interested in that. So the next thing here is that I was hooked by the first episode, hooked completely. I liked it. This webtoon, it doesn't waste time. It wastes no time at all. It will get right into what is near to get right into. I don't want to spoil too much, so I already spoiled in the summary though, and it is only 3 chapters though. But let me just say, it gets right into it already from the beginning. It already opens up so many different questions, like what happened, how are we going to do this, how are we going to solve this, blah blah blah. Very interesting. Um, the next thing is that I like the folklore influences. Like I said, it's kind of the story, how it's influenced by is about Hasi Hatera, and how he takes little kids that didn't go to bed at the time that they were supposed to go to bed at all. And I really, really like that. I really, really like those influences, and I'd love to see more of those kind of stories and everything. I like to see things that are reflective of a culture and are so embedded in a culture because I enjoy it. The next thing is this is my last. Oh no, it's not. Next thing that I felt the fear when she went out to look for Rodri. When she, I don't want to say too much of what the context was because I don't want to spoil it, but I felt her fear because she looked really jittery and she looked very scared. So that was so relatable in that sense. I probably would have been like that. I don't know if I would have been smart enough to do the thing that she did, but she was very relatable in that very moment. The last thing that has he has he low key looks kind of cute. I don't know how to say this. There's one thing I like, and it's very much seen in the other choices that I've made when I was younger in my fictional choices. I'm not saying it's a good thing. Don't follow me, because a lot of the fictional men that I've liked in my YA books, thingy, a lot of them, because I like fantasy fiction. That's like my primary. I like YA fiction in general, but fantasy is kind of where it's at. So a lot of these fantasy male characters, they cannot be looking cute though. So when I see something like this, so that's one thing. But yeah, that's my dislike. Rodri too. Rodri too. But yeah, so my dislike section, I only have one thing. I will say that it is very fast paced, so a lot happens in a very short amount of time. The Greenlight initiative, I did not experience in the beginning, but the Greenlight initiative, it is Webtoon is basically takes these stories from different authors. They have to submit 3 chapters, and then by the end of it, there has to have been, I think, of the last episode, there has to have been like 60,000 likes for it to be greenlit and be made into a Webtoon original. And so yeah, so that's what happens. So for this one, of course, it's only 3 chapters, but it felt like a lot happened in a very short amount of time, which can be very good or not that good. I think it depends on you. I just felt kind of like distinctively sort of dizzy from how much was happening. Like I couldn't keep up. I had to remind myself that it was a green light story and not a submission for the contest, because it felt like we were hitting all the like narrative framework beats. Like we had a beginning, we had a middle. It felt like we had an inciting action. It felt like we had a climax. You know what I mean? So it felt like this was supposed to be wrapping up really quickly in a nice little bow, which is not the case. And I will say, for something I should have put in my like section, I will say I like how it ended because I'm very interested, and I definitely want to know more. I'm invested. I'm invested. So that's my dislike section. So on to theory time. I will say she's probably Hella. She's probably going to stay in this world a little longer. This is a spoiler, by the way. This spoiler section, I'm trying to be more mindful. Nobody has ever complained about my spoiler sections before, but just in case, I will say that this is spoilery now. So I'm going to guess that maybe she's going to stay in this world a little longer. I just feel like because she opened her eyes, that's going to have a little bit of ramification. Just because in so many folklore stories, when you say not to do something and you do the thing you're not supposed to be doing the thing for, and you do it, there's probably going to be ramifications for that. So I am. She's probably going to stay there a little longer because of that, and because of also she hasn't found Rodri, she hasn't found her friend yet. Also, I don't trust Hasi, just because, yeah. So every folklore story, there's a little bit of truth there. There's a little bit of truth. Is this guy's out here stealing children? I don't trust him. I don't just yet. I don't trust him just yet. And creators know what they do when they make characters cute. It's to get you off your guard. It's to sort of, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Even though they don't do it on purpose, what happens is that when you get a cute looking character or a really attractive character, most especially guys especially when it comes to men, when you get an attractive guy, we kind of forget that this guy isn't really, it kind of gets us off our guard. Number one, it kind of excuses a lot of toxic or problematic things they do, and creates kind of a double standard. So be on your marks. Just shine your eyes. That's what I'm saying. Like, just be careful with this. Don't fall for him yet. Don't fall for him yet. He's cute, but like, no, no, I don't trust him yet. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm very interested in this father figure that he has. I'm very interested, but I don't trust him. I don't trust blondes in fiction as a rule, especially guys. Blonde guys in fiction, I don't trust them. Time and time again, they are proved not to. Like, I don't know what it is about these blondes, but like blonde men in fiction, I don't know why, but they always fall my hand. They always end up disappointing. So that's that on him. And yeah, I also kind of want to know, I don't know if this is important, but I really do want to know like what effect the timing will have on the narrative, what effect timing will have on narrative, because like I said, I think she'll stay in the spirit world longer, but I also kind of wanted to see her interact with the outside world a little more, just because I know it's set in 1980, so I want to see what effect that has on the narrative. I don't know why, I just think it's interesting, so I do want to know. So yeah, so I don't know if she's going to spend majority of her time in this portal place that they're in right now, because obviously she still has to find her friend. Also, I want to know how the timing is going to work as well. That's something we need to, because he said they need to find Rodri before the this is very spoilery. So before the tree burns down, she needs to find her friend before the tree burns down. And I'm kind of thinking, okay, so how does time work in this portal place that we're in, as opposed to time on normal Earth, in the earthly plane or whatever? Like, how does that interact? So that's very interesting. So for rating, I said it in my last video, but how I rate these, I'm just going to put them, because it's obviously the green light series, I'm going to put it in red light, yellow light, green light, like a normal, stop sign or whatever. So for this, definite green light, I would say go. This is, I'm very intrigued, I'm very interested, I love it. I love the cultural influences. This is my final thoughts now. I really like it. Like I said, I love this use of like folklore and everything. Like, I'm Nigerian, so I'm no stranger to these kind of like oral stories that were passed down by like the older people in the generation, and passed down and passed down. So obviously they change a lot of in the meaning from being passed down and everything, but there's always a little bit, it's kind of for like a moral case. It's like it's either teaching you a lesson or something. So I'm very interested in what's going to happen. There's so many like untapped stories in different cultures, so this was like, I don't know, I can't really ask for more here. It's very, very nice, and I'm very interested to see what more the creator is going to give me. So yeah, and yeah, that's it. That's my final thoughts. So yeah, go watch my other video on this, Spells from Hell. I already have a video out. I already have the one before that. I can't remember what the video was before that, but yeah, go peruse my video section. I have lots of playlists out. I have tons of playlists out. I guarantee you there's something there for you if you want to talk about how I don't like Charles from Let's Play. You can go do that. I have 2 Let's Play videos out. I have a Charles videos out. I have, you just go ham. You'll probably find something that you'll enjoy there. And yeah, I have a video in mind, but I'm not sure you guys will like it, but like, we'll see, because I'm very interested in Avatar, and something was happening, so I kind of want to talk about it, but I don't know yet. So we'll see how that happens. And yeah,